In my two most recent system tests in my house, I wanted to show off these cool new devices I gathered up from Gentex after ISC West. Unfortunately, this was the result.
It's connected there, but it does nothing. I try to activate it, it's just getting straight power, non-coded, nothing crazy, and nothing happens.
But then after figuring out that issue, I found that I made another mistake, which was I didn't have a Gentex sync module. This is where Gentex came in and saved the day. So Gentex really saved my day by hooking me up with some sync modules. I got an email kind of out of the blue, and they said, hey, we saw your video. We'd like to make sure that you have our equipment running properly, and we're going to send you some sync modules. And I really appreciate that. Thank you so much to the gentleman who reached out to me. I really, really appreciate it, and I want to thank Gentex for that. What we have here is the older, more traditional AVSM sync module. This is just temporal 3, does horns and strobes synchronized with the older horn strobes that we are used to. What's newer, though, and what's very necessary is this module, which is a newer type of synchronization module. You'll see it's only 24 volts instead of 1224. Like the older model. This is the GTSMW version, which is capable of doing temporal 3 and 4. Now, I should say only certain devices will support temporal 3 and 4. That is specifically referring to the low frequency series of devices. But they have sent this to me so that I can get those low frequency devices working properly. And we will take a look at that and also take a look at how temporal 4 works, which is very cool. So that's all I was expecting. But I was sent this huge box, and there's more inside of it. Some of you might already know what most of these are, but I was really excited to see a lot of these things. First of all, they were kind enough to send out a Commander 4 horn strobe. This is specifically a ceiling mount version because all Commander 4s are ceiling mount. I don't have a box on the ceiling yet, but I will have to work on that now in order to give this a shot. So what's very nice about this is I don't have one. I've always wanted one. It was very kind of them to send that out. I was excited. Now it gets even more exciting. As you may know, recently I have also set up a voice evacuation system, and they were kind enough to include some, these are deeper than I thought, some speakers. We have a white speaker here with a clear lens. They both have clear lenses, of course, and a red speaker here. So I'm really excited for this. Got a lot to mess around with over the next few videos. We are going to be spreading it out because I don't have a system big enough to put them all on at once. So we're going to get started with some today. All right, so there's our module all wired up. This is the one capable of doing temporal and code 4 as well. Very nicely comes with this cover right over it. Everything is just taken care of for us. This is it shipped with all this, the back box and everything. This goes right on. Very easy to service and get into while also making it look good. All right, we've got a normal system, and I'm happy to say that all the same devices plus this module all covered up nice and screwed down are up in the system. Same devices, low frequency sounders. We're going to be doing 2 tests. The first one will be showing off the temporal, and the second one will be showing off our temporal 4 pattern. So let's start with just the typical temporal 3 that everyone's used to. They have a quick blurb. Now this got pointed out in the last video that there was a sound difference
What you were hearing is actually the reverb of the wood here. It's vibrating a bit with that frequency, so I apologize for that. You'll also notice with this module, we do have audible silence going on down here, which is simply fantastic. It looks much more professional. Well, I should say up to code from before 2013, but if we were to hit this pull station, they'd kick off again. We'll give that a reset. All right, I'm going to give a quick reset on the panel here, and when we come back, we will be doing temporal 4. Now what you'll notice is there will be a NAC 1 treble on the panel. This is simply because I did not have the time to finger in all those programmings, so I'm just going to be pulling the NAC wire to cause an open circuit, which will not provide power up to the module for that, and that will mimic the temporal 4. I also apologize. I should say temporal 4 is used most often in carbon monoxide settings. In fact, that is what is code, is for temporal 4 to be used in carbon monoxide alarms. However, we don't have carbon monoxide detector that's working present right now, so I apologize for that. We'll just be hitting the pull station again, just for an example, and we'll go from there. All right, this time we'll go ahead and we'll do the 270 SPO. So they'll just keep doing that over and over again. That is their temporal 4 pattern. You see the strobes go. Audible silence does work with this as well. If I go ahead and silence, you can still kind of see the strobe flashing. It's easier for me to show you there. Go ahead and give a quick reset to this pull station. And we're going to reset from the annunciator today because we haven't done that for a while, I don't believe. Here we are. You can see all the pretty lights on it. Our trouble, our fires. If we were coming in here, we could turn the key, go through and see what we have active. That is IDNet Module 3. Go ahead and do a system reset. Reset requested. Lamp test shows that everything's good, which is fantastic. In just a moment, you will see that turn off. Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks again so much to Gentex for sending all these devices and making these videos possible. There's more Gentex to be seen, so stay tuned for that as videos come out. And I will see you all in the next video.